We are back with another Edge of Eternities draft. Hey yo, let's go. Nova Hellkite. This is awesome. This card's sweet. Would be sweet to get a Plasma Bolt bag or something, but everything else in this pack is probably not what we're looking for. Would like to be playing red-white, but Nova Hellkite right off the top. Yes, we are slamming Nova Hellkite. Absolutely. Rayblade Trooper was quite strong. Territorial Broomtar. Also cool. It's another big card. Would like to play some cheaper cards. Void Forge Titan. Scour for Scrap. Blooming Stinger. That's a 2-drop. I think that Rayblade Trooper does have a lot of utility. And especially if you would like to move into a Boros type of deck. Trooper sounds great. Would rather try to take this upside than see what else is going on. So let's take the Trooper. Alright. Huh, interesting. Let's see. I do know Lash Whip Predator is pretty crazy. When it comes down for 4 mana, it's like no joke, buddy. Wedgelight Rammer, a 4-mana 2/2, but then you get a flying first strike. Station. Weft Enhancer seems okay. It kind of feels like it's between these two cards. Don't think we care that much. The Weft Blade Enhancer seems perfectly fine. It does kind of go with our Rayblade Trooper, but it's pretty expensive. Lash Whip Predator is strong, but maybe the Wedgelight Rammer really is what we want. Just like 2 artifacts and a flying first striking spacecraft. Also, we want spacecrafts in the red-white deck. Zookeeper. There's also Wandering Fumarole. All Fate Scroll, meh. Cryo Shatter is also here, which I do think is good. Zookeeper is nice just to ramp into some other stuff, and it's also a 2-drop. Do we like it better than some of these other things? I think Cryo Shatter could be better than it, but I don't know if we want to go into blue at this moment over just this card, especially when you have a 2-drop right here. I think let's just take the Zookeeper. Ooh, more Zookeepers, Flight Deck Coordinator, Exosuit Savior. Cool stuff here. Weft Stalker Ardent. We got another Zookeeper here. The Tiger. I feel like it's between these 3. These white cards are less exciting to me. Another Zookeeper sounds awesome. Weft Stalker feels more like an artifact-y card. And having 2 drops sounds great, especially with the Rayblade Trooper. Attacking with the 2/4. Not like the craziest attacker, but I think we just take another 2-drop here. Mystifying Maze. Weapons Manufacturing. No. Caveron Sky Warden. There's also a Remnant Elemental. Is a 2-drop. I kind of like the Enhancer a little bit better here. Zealous Display will come back around. This 2-drop I'm not super excited about. And Sky Warden, there's so many of those running around. Let's take the Warp card that puts counters on things. We have something going here for sure. Ooh, Pangolin is another 2-drop we'd be interested in playing. But the Broomtar is here, and a Rescue Skiff, which does return some stuff from our graveyard to the battlefield. But 6 mana return like a 2-drop or something, maybe not what we want. Broomtar does give tons of reach. Like literally, it has reach, as well as some other things. Pangolin is much worse if we don't have as many artifacts. I do want to just play 2-drops. Well, immediately afterwards getting a Pangolin kind of sucks. I wish we had the Broomtar then. Plunge is probably what the deck wants to play on 4 then. We need bigger bodies probably. Maybe I overestimate how good the 2-drops are. Could see that. Ugh. I'm not really a fan of Lux Knight Breacher, but the rest of these cards, I don't really care for the Chrome Companion necessarily. It is a 2-drop, but maybe the Breacher's a little bit better. Melded Moxite, or we just get the Squire's Blade. We'll take the Blade and decide later. Caveron Skywarden right here. The Lash Whip Predator really did come back around, okay. We'll take that dude and just Sky Stinger, and a Diplomatic Relations. Really, last pick. Pushing for that. Okay, sweet. There's Ragost, which we don't want to play because I don't think this card is really... I don't exactly know how to use this. But Sammy is exactly what we wanted to see. There's also a Rig for War, Weststalker Ardent, Honor. Some interesting stuff here for sure. But I think Sammy is exactly what we're looking for. Yeah, let's take that. Focus Fire, Dock Worker, Drone. There's also a Quantum Riddler. That's pretty cool to see. Orbital Plunge. We could take a Focus Fire. Very cool stuff for other decks, unfortunately. And Dock Worker Drone is a 2-drop artifact that does have counters. Kind of low on removal. We could take the Orbital Plunge just because we'll need that type of stuff in this deck. Riddler is strong. I just don't want to go into blue. I think I might take the Focus Fire because we should have a lot of other stuff. Ooh, Memorial Team Leader. There's an Ice Till Explorer and some other things. Not necessarily anything else for the wheel, but the Team Leader seems good for us. I think we're a little bit too committed here. Wish we were a little bit more open to some other things, but we can't really do that. Rescue Skiff or a Wormwall Sweeper. I kind of like the Sweeper because we can tap our creatures into it. The Skiff is so expensive, even though it does do something. Let's take a Sweeper. Pinnacle Kill Ship. Does kill huge things. We also have a Frontline War Rager. I'm going to take the War Rager. Though I'm not obsessed with a lot of this. Sure. Starfighter Pilot. Feel like we're kind of getting a little bit of scraps here. Yeah, we don't really care for that. The boosters over a Drill Too Deep. Close Encounter. Wow, it feels like there's some green cards here that we could have liked to have. Definitely getting cut off. Definitely getting cut off. Space-Time Anomaly. Don't know if we just take a kill ship just because we need something to do something. Oh. Should have made a pivot earlier. I think it's too late. Kind of locked in. I am holding on as tight as possible to this Nova Hellkite. We could have been in like a more... There's a lot of things we could have done. But holding on so tight. Could take a Zealous Display over the Rig for War. Kind of goes in this deck. Currently playing 12 creatures and 2 spacecrafts. We also have auxiliary boosters, which makes a creature... Oh, we have 3 spacecrafts. And, yeah, a couple of them make creatures. Let's just take Sir Vanden away from somebody, I guess. Yeah, damn. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, we're not going to play 2 of those. I was really hoping we'd get something in this pack here. Bright Spear Zealot or the Frontline War Rager. There's a bunch of cool cards for other shit, but not for us. We could take the Companion just to have another artifact and a 2-drop. Or a Rescue Skiff, which does get some of our stuff back. Just gonna take the stupid War Rager. Another Sammy, but a Plasma Bolt. Yikes. I think we have to take the Plasma Bolt over the Sammy, honestly. Sammy's great, though. I like Sammy a lot. Biotech Specialist is cool. Yeah, splashing is basically impossible in this format. Or you need to be base green or base lander to do it. But we'll take a Plasma Bolt here. We definitely need some more removal. Our deck is feeling a little bit... Ooh, okay. Banishing Light here. That's great. That was a big pickup. We needed that Banishing Light. Phew! Okay. Alright, so now we have like 4 removal spells. Feeling a bit better now. I guess 5 with the Pinnacle Kill Ship if we're going to play it. I'm okay about these boosters. This does seem like a artifact card, which we have 1 card that cares about artifacts. Do kind of feel in between decks again. Kind of want to just not play these boosters here. Another Banishing Light is what we need over a Plasma Bolt, I think. Yeah, snap up the Banishing Light. Phew. Wow. That's pretty lucky. All right, now we're feeling much better about our removal situation. What we got here? Active Treason, Systems Override, Rig for War, Pinnacle Killship, Weft Blade Enhancer, and another Caveron Sky Warden with a Rig for War. I feel like we don't want to play Systems Overdrive because it just doesn't do what we want it to do. Another Pinnacle Killship seems too expensive. Weft Blade Enhancer does just put counters on shit. Like, let's just take it. Whether we're going to play it or not, I don't know. Melded Moxite Cathedral of War. Probably not what we're looking for. Nebula. God, none of this stuff is... I don't want to play any of these cards. I'll take the Molded Moxite, but I don't think we're... like, really want to play it. Does make a creature token, though. Ooh! Molecular Modifier is really annoying. I think that's a great card to pick up here. And then pick 8. We have some more cards we don't really want to play. So I'm just going to take some uncommons just to continue to fill out our deck. Chrome Companion. Wow, green was super open. Let's take some uncommons. Should have been like red-green. Though these Banishing Lights did come around, so those were pretty sweet. Yeah, Moxite seems not super great. Yeah, look at all these green cards at the end of the draft. Where people are saying green is not good, there's so many green cards. That's so bizarre. Sure. Just completing our collection, essentially. This deck also looks bad. Not loving this deck. All right, folks, this is our deck. We are playing Boros. So red and white. We are kind of aggressive, but at the same time, we also want to be tapping our multiple creatures. We have a good suite of removal, actually. 2 Banishing Lights, Orbital Plunge, Plasma Bolt, Focus Fire, as well as Pinnacle Killship. We have some things that smash in the air, like our Nova Hellkite, as well as trying to tap some of our creatures to either make more creatures or put counters on certain creatures. And then when our creatures with counters on them die, we get more creatures to tap to do stuff with our various spacecrafts. So we're hoping to win the game in the air and strategically tap certain things to be able to station all of our spacecrafts, as well as then playing Zealous Display to untap them and attack with everybody. Seems like it could be pretty sweet, but there's a little less just like turn everything sideways kind of game plan, and there's a little bit more finagling, at least in this format. So hopefully we can get there and get on the gravy train. Sweet, we got our colors, and we got a 2-drop, 3-drop. I think we're totally happy with this. Mountain pass the turn. Opponent plays a Swamp. Let's Wormwall Sweeper. Ooh, Hellkite and this? I think I want both of these cards. Pretty sick. We'll need more lands, obviously, at some point. But we can play this now. I do think we actually want to run out a couple other things first. We could turn the Wormwall Sweeper into a creature with this, get a counter on it, and be warping in this dude. Or play 2 of these. I think that's also a good idea. I think opponent's going to try to kill this card. It looks like they're trying to do it. Okay, they're not doing anything. So let's just play another one. Sweeper. Attack for 4. Okay, opponent kills that, gives us a lander token. Both of our creatures get counters. I think I'm totally fine with what just happened there. That was great. Now opponent has to figure out which one they want to kill. Alright, we are turning things sideways, which is great. Alright, kill one of our dudes. We draw 2 cards. Hell yeah, buddy. That's exactly what we wanted. This is freaking sick. play this, kill their creature, attack for 7, put a counter on our dude. This is amazing. We are smoking them. This is awesome. All right, can always count on Boros to be lots of fun. Why I forget that, I don't know. All right, 4/5 with the Beckoner, that's fine. Don't forget, Focus Fire only works when you're attacking or blocking. Yes, I will definitely remember that. Yeah, I think we just play a 3/4 that puts counters on this creature, and I think, let's see. We attack for 5, we attack for 10, they go to 1 or 2, and then we have a blocker. I think getting them down to 2 is perfectly fine. And then we have Zealous Display. Sure. That was a bad card to play, opponent. Yeah. And then we win! Yeah, buddy, let's go. Never took our foot off the gas pedal. That's what we're talking about. That's our first train. We're on the way to the gravy train. We go first. I think we can keep this. I know we don't have any white mana, but like we have a lot of good red plays, so it's kind of a cardinal sin to do this, but play this. Probably just start with Zookeeper. Unless we draw land. Yeah. Zookeeper. Oh, what are they? Oh, sure, okay. Gale Blade. Sure, attack us for 1. That's fine. Ooh, here we go. Plains. Play Pangolin. They have a counterspell. So let's just not play into the counterspell and attack them for 1. Pass the turn. They have Divert Disaster in their hand. And we want to make sure we don't let them cast it. Yeah, they're doing everything in their power to make sure that they do get to. This is gonna be fun. We will warp out the Hellkite. We can pay because of the Zookeeper. Yeah! We shoot the Carver. And then we attack with everybody. Yay! They're down to 12. All right. This feels great. They're looking at the Divert Disaster in their hand being like, what am I supposed to do with this now? Like, okay, can somebody take this from my hand? I don't want it. Feels great. Yep, okay, attack us for 1. Down to 17. Play another land. 6 mana total. So let's play our Pilot first. Let's play our Companion. Let's pay for the Companion. And attack for 4. We did this pre-combat because we wanted to get the extra counter on the Pangolin. As we attack into their open mana of Grav kill that thing. Sure. If we draw another land, we can play the Nova Hellkite without worrying about the Divert Disaster. And Nova Hellkite's great because they have another 1 toughness creature, which we get to kill. Ooh. Alright, just plays a 3/4. Sacrifice itself to draw a card? Okay. Oh, and put a counter on that. I guess, okay, so sure. Alright, that was really bizarre to me, but okay. Alright, so we either slam this, attack for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They go to 2. Or we play the Sky Warden and do that next turn. It's kind of up to us. I guess getting them down to as low as possible sounds really nice, but then they untap, kill this, Maybe we just surveil first. I guess we don't really get to choose. We've decided to play the Sky Warden because we had to play this pre-combat. Nadoy. Sweeper. I don't really think we care about Sweeper. We can add 4. Oh, no, only as a sorcery. Oh, Darkness. Well, thank God we didn't play Nova Hellkite. That would have been horrendous if we played Nova Hellkite into a Darkness and then didn't deal any damage. They play another... We're going to cast this. Okay. Faithful. Kill one of our creatures. Sure. We draw 2 cards. Oh, kill your own creature this time. Cool. Let's just play a plane so we don't have to tap our creature to do this. Just kill the Death Touch creature. Go to combat, attack with everybody. Do they have another Darkness? Be pretty interesting if they did. Oh no, they only have islands up. Never mind, never mind. Never mind, never mind, never mind. Go to 2. Put a counter on our Sky Warden. Do not wipe the board. They are playing board wipe color. Oh my god. Well, that's really annoying. What did we lose? Everything? Everything. Well, they're at 2. We do have Plasma Bolt in our deck. I think that's what we're looking for right now. Holy shit! We just drew it. That's so good. Oh wow. Wow. They milled us right to Plasma Bolt. That's so good. That was so great. That was so great. Okay, so we have our colors. And we have a 2-drop into a 3-drop that puts counters on stuff, which is nice. And a Banishing Light. I think this is great. Yeah. Put this in the back. Plains. Ooh-hoo-hoo. Okay. Or Plate Penguin. Buff Kangaroo. Well, if someone somehow donated the game, would that be possible? I mean, there's, you know, maybe. I think it's a little bit more of do I have time, but I do like where your head's at. Plains. We could just cast the Trooper and not worry about the warp part, or we can warp it so we get more counters. Is that just kind of a mistake? Maybe just getting the creature on the battlefield is what we want. We're making it a little bit too complicated. Okay. Sunstar Chaplain. Good card. Ooh. I think we kind of want to just do this then. Ooh, a land sounds great. Zookeeper seems okay. Guess it does put counters on us. Maybe just keep it as is. I don't know if I do want to just trade off with these things. Let's attack with the Trooper. Sweet. And then we're just going to turn this into a 2/2. Flying creature. Then next turn, we have a Plains. We can Banishing Light something. Or... Interesting. That's fine. Ooh, Sammy. We're probably getting rid of Sammy there. That was a lot of stuff that just happened. So they lose that counter, and then we do just attack with both of these. Keep the Pangolin back to block the Sunstar Chaplain. Or we attack for 8, and then we have lethal next turn if they all out attack. Kind of like that, too. Also, Zealous Display. We get to pump up to 8 just with these other creatures, even if we lose the Pangolin. Didn't realize we're going to be this far. Ooh, yeah, they didn't do anything. So now we kind of have a interesting thing we can do. I wonder if we do just slow roll this a little bit. Just because their mana's up. Yeah, we're going to slow roll it. They just scooped it up. Yes! Wow, that was swift. That was swift and strong. Boros. Hoorah! I don't love a plains-only hand, but the Starfighter pilot does make me feel like I can surveil my way into a mountain, so I will be greedy. Hey, never punished. Never, ever punished. 2-drop into 3-drop into, put counters on them. Yes, buddy. Ooh. Lumen-class Frigate. Wow. Okay. Frontline War Rager's going to be pretty awesome. They got a Monoist. Tap it to give their stuff. Okay. Sure, that works out. Yeah, I mean, like, we're just going to attack for 2. Surveil, land to the yard, and hit them. Blam. Hopefully we can just go fast enough that this Anthem is not going to matter. Next turn, we either play a War Rager to get a bunch of counters on stuff. That's probably just the best thing to do, honestly. Yeah, the attacking or blocking creature on this Focus Fire does make it significantly worse. Obviously. Ooh, Decode Transmissions. Ooh, they could have Focus Fire now. Or they just... Okay, I see. They could deal 4 damage to something, so all of it is totally whatevers. So I think we do just go swinging. No more lands. Unnecessary. Block there. We will Focus Fire this Monoist. Makes it 3/3. But we do that. We play our other War Rager, and then we get counters on our other ones. Blam, blam. Now we got 3 4s, and then we can also play... We can warp the Weft Blade Enhancer to put a counter on a Starfighter pilot so that they trade with the robot. All good things, all good things. Expansionist. Wow. Multiple creatures. Kind of annoying. Continue to draw these. Ooh, yeah. I think we just kind of want to put them on these, but then they're 4 5s, and we can only hit a certain number of things. So maybe it really is just like this. And then we can attack, but then they can just eat this, double block this, and then this gets through, and then nothing gets bigger, so we just pass the turn. Play this for real next time. And then we're more in business. We want 4 power creatures to get through this Sunstar Expansionist. Really need to draw something that's not a land. Though at least next turn we have something to do. Nutrient Block, interesting. Graph Pack Monoist, totally fine. Turn that into a creature. Wow, okay. Wow. Okay. I think we're basically fine with that. Ooh, interesting. All right, now we have some things to think about. We could either play this creature and put counters on stuff and attack immediately, or we could turn this into a creature and then wait and put counters on this as a first striking creature. I think that sounds a little bit better. Let's tap this to make sure we don't draw any more crap. Sammy's great. Sammy's great. Oh, that's not enough? Oh, I did miscount. Shit. Are we just going to die next turn? Wow, I should have just done this and left a couple dudes. Definitely miscounted. I thought I only needed 5 left, but I needed 6. That was my bad. That was my bad. We should have a 4/5 untapped. Because we have 12 counters instead of the 9 we needed. But first strike, very nice against the Monoist. Sure. They get to draw a card from that. Kill that guy. That's a 4/4. Swarm color, 3/5. Definitely just block like this. They gain some life. Oh, right. I forgot about Sammy. Like, tapping out completely for this wasn't exactly what we needed. I think we do have to just play this card. Get a counter here and a counter on the... Let me just do it right here. Another 4/5. And then I'm just going to continue tapping these things. Just to make our creatures better. And we got rid of a problem land. Would like another counter on this thing right here. That's not very good. Interesting. Just to draw a card. I like that. And the Titan, they're going to draw a bunch of cards. God, drawing these lands is really brutal. Sammy. We got a Surveil. God, every time. How many lands are on top of my stinking deck, man? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've drawn 13 of our lands. Like, we've surveilled away lands almost every single time. I think we kept Sammy. But besides that, we really need, like, Orbital Plunge would be fantastic here. Like, if we rip Orbital Plunge off the top, then we're cooking. Interesting. Draw a card. This kind of makes it seem like they have something, the Endurance. No, okay. Just make a dude. We take 6. We got a 10. They're at 15. And depressurize Sammy. Sure. Really need something. Something good. Ugh. Scout for survivors. Yuck. Alright, come on. What the hell? What the hell? There's only 3 lands left in our deck. Like, is that even good enough to win the game? I don't think so. Like, yeah. Like, I need that in my hand right now. It does make blocks way better. Ugh. I don't even know if it's worth it. I think we need a removal spell. I don't want to tap another robot just to get a counter here. I don't think we need it. Ugh. They're drawing so many cards. Like, I need to draw, like, Orbital Plunge, and then I think we can squeeze something out. Oh, God. All right, never mind. The game's over. +6, -6, yeah. We lose our flying blocker. We take 9. We just die in the air. Yeah, the game's over. Ugh. Man, our opponent really had the juice. Needed, like, a Banishing Light or anything, but couldn't find it. Like, literally pushed so many lands out of our deck. Like, 4 in our yard, 1 in our hand. Is that 13? There was 4 more? I feel like there's another land in here somewhere. Maybe I miscounted. Nothing we could do. Wow. That's a really good frickin' spacecraft. Awesome. Zookeeper into Molecular Modifier? Hell yeah. 2, 3, 4? Yes, buddy. I am down for that. A 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. A 7. 7. Mountain. Planes into Zookeeper. Ba-ba-ba-ba-do. All right, blue-green. Let's kill them quickly. Ooh. Let's see. Are they going to divert disaster right now? Yes, they will. Okay, never mind. Bye, Molecular Modifier. Guess we could have played Frontline Rager. Ooh, never mind. Never mind. They're just going to bounce it back to our hand. Interesting. Okay, I thought they were going to counter it, but they decided not to do that. Huh. Very interesting. Well. Ooh. Glacial Godmaw in the yard. That's a bit scary. That's a little bit scary. I think we could just play this again and try to get some damage on the board. This one. Can definitely turn this into a creature. Corpse Enthusiast, what's going on? Ooh, they're definitely setting up something. Playing some magic too? Yeah, Sammy. Sammy's what we want. Slam that right here. Attack with 2 creatures. Make a robot. Let's keep up the pressure. Keep up the pressure. Pressure. Coming down on me. Coming down on ba 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 ba. Just play your whale. Make it big. I'll kill it. 2 mana. Yeah, they're playing the whale. Surveil again. I don't know why they tapped their lands like that, because it was going to cost 5 mana no matter what. Orbital Plunge. Take that, whale. Give it to the Zookeeper. Attack. Sammy, do your thing. Make a robot. All right, opponent. What do we got? Anything? Kind of looking at their setup board, being like, what do we do? There's a lot of 2/2s. 5 mana. Love that. Tap 5 mana. Concede. Alrighty, this looks pretty good. Zookeeper, Mechan, and Rayblade Trooper definitely doing stuff. Definitely doing things. Think I might play Wedgelight Rammer instead, though. Ooh, interesting stuff. Now you have this 3-drop. You have so many options. Okay, we got a 2-2. Sure, I'm going to play my 1-3. I think we play the Jammer. Ooh, Duelists. I don't really like Duelists, actually. Because if we play Jammer, then we have issues. We're going to take a little bit of damage off of this. I think we do just ramp out our Jammer still. And we don't really want to block because then they get a 3-3 double striker, so let's just do that. A 3-3 double striker sounds really bad to me. Having a 3-4 first striker does mean that we get to hurt it. Okay. Hasty attack for 8. That's a lot of damage. Not super stoked on that one. Okay. So we can play this guy. I guess holding the focus fire sounds great, actually. Play this. And we gotta tap something else. Yep. Okay, end the turn. Focus fire the first or double strikers. Banishing Light, our blocker, is bad. Okay. Kill that thing. Okay. Alright, we have another land. I think we're gonna warp this out. Put a counter on this creature right here. Need 2 more. We did not plan this out correctly. But would have had better stuff. If we put it on here, it would have been better, yeah. Because then we could have had a 2-2 and or we'd have a 2-4 blocker as opposed to a 1-3. Not nearly as good. Return the Banishing Light to your hand. Give us our dude back. Banishing Light the Rammer. Uh-oh. Did kind of need that. Okay, interesting. Let's Banishing Light the Banishing Light. Make a 2-2. Play the Trooper. Put a counter on the Mechan. And tap a couple dudes. End the turn. Only need 5 more. I guess we could have turned it into a creature. Kind of a problem, actually. Can give something +4/+0, which is pretty nice. Not really good attacks. Double block this thing. We can attack with this robot here. And they want to put a counter on the Savior. It's just still not enough. I do have first strike. Okay. Make us sacrifice somebody. Oh, a non-token creature. Obviously. Obviously, that's what happens. We could do the Mechan, but honestly, the Trooper's not doing very much. I can make a 4/3 flyer. Okay. When they get to 7, which they can do right now. Sure. Block this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We are definitely playing our hand here. Zealous Display lets us untap our creatures if it's not our turn. And they're gonna... Well, they can't pump everybody. Alright, well, they walked into our trap. Block this. Block this. Take 5, go to 1. Guess we gave... Oh, no, they go down to 6 if they do that. Opponent was not expecting the Zealous Display. Alright, they warped that just to say, alright, you got me. Let's go! Got him with the Zealous Display. Nobody saw that coming. Not in the first week of the format. We definitely kind of told our opponent we had it too, but whatever. Whatever. Well, we got lots of removal here. 2-drop into 2-drop into 3-drop or whatever. That sounds good. Start with the Pilot, because we don't have any artifacts lined up to do much. And I would like to have a Surveilled here. Frontline Rager immediately afterwards, unless they make us depressurize. Depressurize. Could play Pangolin instead so that next turn we play Zookeeper. I think I'm okay with this. Frontline War Rager not going to be worth anything for a little bit because I need more. If I had another creature out, I'd be fine, but... Virus Beetle. I actually think I'm going to discard the Rager. Keep my Banishing Lights. Now I wish I had my Rager back. Let's play Zookeeper. Landseeker. Can't Plasma Bolt. We can Banishing Light it. Plasma Bolt that, but why? And don't just want to play as a keeper and do nothing. We would like to get rid of this thing. I think a Banishing Light's perfectly fine. We could have Banishing Light lit the lander and then Plasma Bolt the actual creature, but I don't really see why we'd want to do that. You can save this for something else. Like that. We could kill that thing. We could be fine killing that. Scrapper so they don't draw cards off of this thing. Kind of like that. More removal, I need more threats. Well, they have that threat, which we will get rid of. Alright, that's kind of the removal in our deck. Let's attack them now. Two big dudes, a common and an uncommon, we didn't want to deal with. Modifier. Kill the modifier. He has been depressurized. All right, attack for 2. Go to 16. Currently winning the race. So that's nice. All right, yeah. We'll take 1. Warp out the trooper. We need more counters. Zookeeper. Grav kill the Zookeeper. Great. Yep, that works out. Yep, that dude goes away. Don't know if we just make a 3/3 with this trooper or what. Yeah, we take the 1. Ooh. Sweeper. Kind of move the planes. I'm fine with the Sammy, I guess. And just play this card. Put a counter on it. Pass the turn. Now we can block the Virus Beetle. Sure. Hit him for 2, and the turn make a 2/2. All right. Not putting the pedal to the metal. Yep. And the turn, make a 2/2. Does this say other? Just whenever a non-token creature. Sweet. 1 more land and we can trigger this thing. Opponent just scoops it up. Opponent just scoops it up. Yes, baby, let's go. Pushing straight through. This is feeling good. Oh man, Boros beats with the Wormwall Sweeper. Love it. All right, folks, this is it. We just need 1 more win and then we get a trophy. Our first trophy of the format. First real trophy. Let's get into this. Let's do it. Let's draw that Nova Hellkite again. That'd be sweet. I am going to keep this hand because of the curve, but the fact that we don't have white mana is pretty brutal. Never mind. Never punished. Never punished. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's so lucky. Wow. We do not have to worry ever. We just literally say what we want and then we get it. Opponent's going to depressurize the Zookeeper. Yep. Pretty good. All right. What if we just play Zookeeper again, and then we just Plasma Bolt the 2/2 flyer because we don't want to see it hurt us at all. We do have a 4/5 with reach, but I think it's totally reasonable to just kill that thing. I think it's fine. Sweet. Grav kill. If we play this, they're gonna Grav kill it. Kind of feels like it. Could play this and just attack for 2 and then force them to waste their turn. I think that's kind of the play here. Oh, no Grav kill. Interesting. Huh. Thought they had something. Auxiliary boosters. Sure. Think I want to play this card. And then let's put a counter here and here. This attacks for 4 first strike. That's what I thought. Double triggers. Frontline War Rager is a little bit bigger. We have +1/+1 counters on everybody. With the modifier and our +1/+1 counters, our creatures will be able to fight through this 3/4. It is not stabilizing the board as I think our opponent was hoping it would. Okay, Seam Rip on the Zookeeper does stop us from playing the Enhancer next turn. Okay. And a Banishing Light on the modifier. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think you have to do it on the modifier, yeah. Alright, well, that's 2 creatures we immediately lost. Though, we can just play this and still get an attack in this turn. 2 4/5s, attack for 4. That was a good land off the top. That was a great land off the top. Alright. Wow, more Banishing Lights. Take the Rager, sure. Makes sense. Opponent's attacking because they're not blocking. We're just swinging for 4. And then I say screw it, let's just play out our hand. Sky Warden. Now you don't really get to attack. Endstone. Kind of sucks to play Endstone with no land afterwards to draw any cards. You have a chump blocker and then you hope you go off next turn. Oh no, you get to go up to 10. Alright, we don't get to win. That is annoying. I forgot that's just... We have to deal 10 damage in 1 turn. Oh, that is annoying. I guess we do just get to attack. Nothing happens. Okay. I should just kill something, but I can't. So... And they're not going to attack with this thing. They draw a card. Oh, geez. Okay, actually, Endstone could end us. This card's very strong. Another Knight. Because they don't really have to block anymore. It's one less thing, I guess, but... We don't get to do it on our turn. Go back to 10. And we draw nothing? They have 22 cards, like they just get to draw a card. Wow, this is really hard to beat. This card's very strong. The going back to 10, like, really means that I just don't get to do anything. Like, the Plasma Bolt is exactly what we need right here. That's so funny, because now we can't draw it to deal the extra damage, and they're playing a million little creatures that are all in our way. I don't have a way of getting... no, I do have... Well, if I could not draw any more lands... I do have Banishing Light to get rid of Endstone, but they've already drawn, like, a bajillion cards. So, like... I'm sure that they're going to find a way to kill us before... Oh, well, their own Banishing Light, damn, is going to take our Sky Warden. And then they're just going to attack us in the air until we are dead? Man, we were so close. They were down to 2. Oh, man, Servandin is pretty brutal here, too. Wow, what a crazy game. This is insane. What is this? 8, 10... 17 exactly. Wow. Wow. This sucks. Go to 4. I can't believe it. The Endstone, even with nothing else. Yeah, we draw Banishing Light too late. It's so late. Like, it's too late. Finally get the Banishing Light for the Endstone, but damage is already done. Damn. Wow, I can't believe that. I can't believe that was not what I thought was going to happen. Completely forgot about the second part of the end stone where you just don't lose the game anymore. Damn, good job, opponent. Ugh, that sucked. Damn it. Yeah, we literally just didn't have them dead. They were at, whatever, 6. Play the end stone, go back up to 10. We attack them. They don't care. Damn. That was rough. Dealing 10 damage in one turn is actually pretty hard. Alright, we do have our colors, which is super helpful. And we got a 2-drop into a 2-drop into a 4-drop, a couple removal spells. I think this is good for us. Mountain pass the turn. Navigator. Sure. We'll play a Plains, we'll play a Starfighter Pilot. Pass the turn. We might literally have to trade with this thing, because I can't have it looting over and over again. Which is pretty bad for us, because we want the sweeper to not be nothing. We got an 0-4 on the other side of the battlefield. I think we Wormwall Sweeper to set up our next draws. A mountain into a kill ship. Shit. I need creatures that are not these cards. Yeah, I think we're just tossing both of them. Like, I need creatures. Tezzeret.
You're inferior in every possible way.
Alright, we can dig a 6 damage target creature or get rid of it with this. I think that's basically what we have to do this turn. We had another fun plan, but we are going to Banishing Light the Tezzeret, because it's just like, I can't let that do anything. They are playing blue-white, so they have easy ways to get rid of the Banishing Light, but I can't let them keep... Oh man, yeah, exactly, just like that. Immediately, it's back.
Everything you own will belong to me.
And now I have to Orbital Plunge, or this is going to be too big. Ugh. Search for something. Okay, sweet. So we can Plasma Bolt the Tezzeret next turn, and then we just get to be done with it.
All too easy.
Amazing. Plasma Bolt Tezzeret. Phew. Okay. Kind of feel like they have a counter spell right now.
Stop me.
Because why would they not play anything else from their hand? They used a single blue to play this, and if they had more artifacts, they'd want to play it to make Tezzeret stronger. So I kind of feel like they have a Divert Disaster, so if we try to do anything, we're just going to lose our creatures. But I think we should at least try to do something. Damn it. Oh no, sick. We get to attack for 3 this turn. Okay. Phew, alright. Wow, I'm glad that we just kind of went for it then. Really needed that. Really needed that. Wow. Oh god, are you kidding? They get Tezzeret back? Oh my god.
Rule the edge.
Cryo Shatter. Okay. And Tezzeret's 3 mana, so they just warped this card. So if we kill it, they get to get it back again? That's so annoying. Yeah, just draw a bunch of cards, I guess.
What I needed.
Play a 1/1. Like, because now we don't really want to kill Tezzeret. Okay, well, we can Vanishing Light the Tezzeret. There is that. I guess that's just the play. We have to. Alright, that was a pretty lucky draw. Alright, Tezzeret is like dealt with. We've hit Tezzeret twice with Banishing Light, and we've used a Plasma Bolt to kill it. They got it back from the graveyard. Okay, yeah. Just play the stupid Reclaimer, and then... Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Playing this creature to put a counter on this so that we get a 1/1 afterwards is kind of funny. But I think we just want to warp this in. Kill this thing. We can trade. Because they had to spend a bunch of life, or a bunch of mana doing that. And we spent 3 mana to get rid of both of their creatures. I think that's fine. We got to 2 for 1 of them. Okay, well, that's annoying. Just tap it, kill it. That's so funny. That's so funny. Because Cryo Shatter says if the creature gets tapped, you have to destroy it. So they tapped it with this card. That's great. That's so funny. Alright, Zookeeper, because we were low on lands. And warp this out to put a counter on the Zookeeper. They get to turn our Zookeeper into a 1/1 if they want. They could also make this deal 3. Okay. Well, 3 is more than I would like them to be able to deal. Probably just play this for 4, but then they counter it, so we play this for 3 and feel better. Divert Disaster, we will pay for it. Give them a lander token. Sure. So we sniffed out the Divert Disaster, which is nice. I think we just have to hit them with more stuff. I guess if we played it on the Rayblade Trooper, then if they kill the Trooper, then we get another dude. But we can also play this next turn. We got to go kind of fast, though, because this Operative is going to be a problem. Oh, they're getting back the stupid Angel. Oh, which gets back something else. This is so annoying. Oh, it was only if... Oh, I guess they didn't have anything. Okay. Ooh. They can attack for 9. So let's play this like this. Attack for 7. And we have the Zealous Display. If we draw a land, we get to play both this and this. Destroy that. We make a 1/1. And they gain 2 life. The gaining 2 life part is what I didn't like about that. Ugh. Alright, that was a lot of removal I didn't like to see. Attack for 10, I go to 1. Alright, well... Is this enough? It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, we gotta try. And we're just dead. Right? Oh, they have this. Oh my god, come on, we really wanted this. Oh man. We were so close. Ugh. That was so rough. Like, we had to spend so much time dealing with the Tezzeret. Like, we used 2 Banishing Lights on the Tezzeret and a Plasma Bolt. And they were just able to, like, recur it with other rares. And, like, I know Tezzeret just the fact that it was like untapping their creatures and putting counters and stuff and drawing them cards, it was just too much value, and we had to make sure it was gone, because as soon as it like ults, like the game's over. And so we successfully took care of Tezzeret. We just couldn't deal with the other pieces that, like, Tezzeret went and got a bunch of good cards, and like we couldn't keep up. Ugh. Man, I really thought that maybe we could sneak in there, but no. Dang it. Well, folks, we came up short. We almost got the trophy. We got a gravy train, but we went 6-3. Very, very close. 6-3 with our Boros Beats deck. Was a lot of fun. Honestly, the Pinnacle Kill Ship we didn't even play ever, and we did put it on the, like, we surveilled it off the top of our library once, so you know what, maybe we could have had something a little bit cheaper in the deck instead. But ultimately, deck was great, did what we wanted it to do. We got to tap a bunch of stuff to, you know, crew our spacecrafts and put counters on our things and get big, or attack with first strike and make it really hard for our opponent to deal with us. And yeah, really put the pedal to the metal, beat some people up. Can't be upset with the 6-3. I just knew we were so close, but hey, Planeswalker is going to be difficult to deal with, and you know, opponents sometimes just beat you. But anyway, we'll get him next time. We'll get that trophy next time.